how the body responds to prolonged stress and what are all the physiological changes and the depletion that happens, because I think we can all relate to like feeling like that. Like on the 1 minute you're doing well, and then it's almost like it hits a threshold and then we're not well and now we're in distress. Let's just see if we can define a little bit about this.
When we look at that alarm response, I just want to really highlight first that that's a response that you actually feel in your body first. And your body then initiates this release of cortisol. And that cortisol then mobilizes, so you've got glucose mobilization, your immune system gets suppressed, you're ready to fight. That's why it's called like a fight and flight response. And that's designed for short bursts of stress. And then you can move into a resistance phase where it's a bit longer. And then you move into that exhaustion phase, which is when it starts to really impact, and you can see it on the mental, emotional, and physical body because it's designed for short bursts. One of the things that we need to be mindful of is that the body experiences it first, but the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the adrenal glands are critical to that stress response. So that's your hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal glands, which is called the HPA axis. And it's beautifully orchestrated. And that's when you start to get like the racing heart, you start to get those cardiac type symptoms. So yeah, it's quite a unique response, but long term does cause havoc to the body.
And I think from a trauma perspective, polyvagal theory really looks quite elegantly at like, you know, we can be in this really normalized zone where we're connected to ourselves, connected to other people. And then a trigger can hit where we move into the sympathetic nervous system and the HPA axis actually being activated. And we fight, flee, or fix in this moment. We're like, but it's busy. There's lots of stuff happening at this point. But then, to your point, if you move to this place where it starts to overcook it, then you move into the other side of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the dorsal vagal side, where we freeze. And we freeze or fawn. In this freeze and collapse zone, is really where that total exhaustion can happen.